Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at all the polishes I wore in September. I'm slowly but surely getting there. Yeah, we only have 3 more videos left after this one. Then I have my Christmas haul after Christmas, my glitter wrap-up, my nail art wrap-up. I'm hoping to do like a yearly wrap-up and like favorites and stuff. But anyway, we're getting there. On another note, my last video was super long, so I apologize. I'm going to try and move a little bit faster through this, but I can't promise anything. Let's get started. This first polish is by Blush Lacquers, and it's called Colliding Constellations. This is like a tealy blue base with a lot of like iridescent glitters, and I think that's actually it. I was gonna say there's like micro glitter or like a macro shimmer in here, but I don't think that's the case. I like this a lot. I wore 3 coats. It was opaque, but I can definitely tell that the base was kind of jelly curly-ish, so keep that in mind. I feel like I have a bunch of, not a bunch of, but like a few lighter spots or bald spots or whatever you want to call them. So I don't think that you can mess it up to the point where it's clearly not opaque on 3 coats, but still, just if you have this, be aware of this. Next we have a polish by Dance Legend. This is called Aviator. I feel like I've reviewed this polish like a million times. This is a really bright blue base with some holographic like specks. They're kind of like holographic flakies, very small. It's not actual glitter because it doesn't stick up or anything. So yeah, I did 3 coats for the picture that you're seeing here. It was slightly on the line of not being opaque, but I think that's actually the color of the polish. I find that blues tend to be a little bit more jelly crelly-ish, so yeah, that's that. But I thought the formula was pretty good. I can see where it might like pull on the side of the nail if you're not careful, but I was careful apparently because mine looks pretty smooth. Next we have one by OPI. This is Skull and Glossbones. I have kind of a little bit of a story with this polish. I saw this on a blog before I started like seriously collecting nail polish, and then I found this on sale somewhere and I was just over the moon because I thought the mani that polish was used in was really pretty, so to now own this polish was kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of like an off-white to bone kind of color. I did 3 coats and I thought it looked fine, but since it is so late, I can see how you could mess it up a little bit. But yeah, the formula was good. I think I remember it being a little bit on the thinner side, but nothing too terrible. Next we have a magnetic polish. I don't actually have that many left to wear. I think I only have 1 left to wear. I can't think of anyone or of any other ones that I have. Either way, this one is by Bolt Polish and it's called Ritual. This is like a tealy turquoisey magnetic. As you can see from the picture, when you magnetize it, it just turns into this like super dark teal to almost like a black, and then the stripe is that lighter metallic color. I love how this looks. I feel like I've also talked about this a million times, but this is really pretty and I like wearing this polish. I like wearing magnetics in general. It's just kind of hard with my sort of collection because I kind of want to get through everything. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I did 3 coats, and I think I magnetized every coat, which I know some people don't like to do that, but I think that's what I did here. Next, we have another one by Boat Polish. This is called Dating an Alien. This is an interesting polish because it's actually a purple polish with a really heavy green shimmer, but it looks just kind of blue on the nail if you apply it normally. You can kind of see a little bit of purple on the edges, like near my cuticle, but I thought this polish was really interesting. It was definitely, again, a little bit on the sheer side. I did 3 coats here. I can see some unevenness in the sense that I can tell where my free nail begins, but I like this a lot. It's really pretty and it's really interesting too. I don't feel like purples with a green shimmer is something that gets done a lot, so that's cool. This next polish is another random blue multi-chrome polish. I feel like I have a million of these polishes. This is by Polished for Days, and it's called 2018. This is basically like I Love Nail Polishes by Effringence. It's just a multi-chrome that goes from blue to purple to like a gold color. I thought this was good. I did sponge this on, I believe. I didn't actually put it in the description on Instagram, but I think that's what I did. It's a little bit brush strokey, and I found that the formula was a bit thick and hard to work with. But in the end, it's really pretty, so I'm willing to look past it if you guys are. I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty. I did 3 coats. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but yeah, this is easily one of my favorite multi-chrome colors. Next up, we have another like mustard yellow. I feel like I wore all of them last year, but I actually found some more. So this is by Cirque, and it's called Urbanized. Like I said, just a pretty basic mustard yellow cream. I thought this was really good. I can't remember if it was thick or not. I kind of want to say that it was a little bit thicker, but I don't think it was. So yeah, I really like this. 2 to 3 coats on this one. This was right around the time where my ring finger started being a little bit problematic again. I have these bursts where sometimes, especially if I swatch a lot of polishes, I will kind of wear down the top layer and it will get even more ridgy. So I think that's what happened here. But yeah, I think you should be fine with 2 coats on this one. Next up, we have a possible dupe for something else in my collection. This is by Look, and it's called On the Blue Side. This is a navy blue base with some Aurora pigment. You can call it Unicorn Pea. This is probably not the original Unicorn Pea because this was dirt cheap. This reminds me of Turn on the Northern Lights by OPI. If I ever do a dupes video like I told you, I would. This is definitely going to be in it. I like this. It's still a little bit sheer. Again, it's a blue polish. I only did 2 coats though, so I feel like if I had added a third, it would have been okay. But yeah, this is a great cheap alternative to OPI because OPI costs so much here. This was definitely helpful. Next up we have another one by Blush Lacquers. This is called Tappin Flapper. This is a shimmery olive green metallic, but it also has holographic flecks, or flakies, or whatever you want to call them. This is really pretty and kind of like earthy to me. It kind of reminds me of a forest, so I like that about it. I only did 2 coats here. I liked the coverage, but it wasn't completely opaque on the first coat. I had some streaks, so obviously I added a second one. This is probably one of my favorite olive greens now. This next one is a textured polish, which I don't tend to enjoy. This was fine though, I feel like. This is by Misslyn and it's called Close Up Magic. This is interesting. This is like a dark navy blue base with some lighter blue glitters, and then these like tiny flecks. I used to think that that was the textured like particles, but they actually still show up if you top coat it, so I'm not really sure. I thought application was pretty good. I think with most texture polishes, the second coat can be kind of difficult, but I think that's just the nature of texture polishes. So yeah, I did do 2 coats for this one. I liked it both ways actually, which is surprising because I don't tend to gravitate towards textured polishes, but I thought this was really pretty glossy too. Next up we have a polish by Essence called Born to be Wild. This is kind of like an olive green multichrome. I'm not sure if I should call this olive green though. It's kind of like a muted forest green. I like this one. I did 3 coats. I'm sorry about the tiny bit of texture on my pinky. I think I went to bed before I put on my top coat. So yeah, I have a little bit of texture there, but that was 100% on me. So this next one is by Catrice, and this actually got me featured on their website. This is called Magma Infusion. This is a brown polish with a really heavy pink to gold shimmer. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting polish. I didn't imagine this to look like this on the nail because it looks kind of different in the bottle, which you'll be able to see. Like, it looks a lot more fuchsia and dark, I almost said dark red, but like a dark pink. So this was surprising, but I still really liked it. I thought the formula was pretty good. I did do 3 coats, but that wasn't a huge deal. This next one is kind of along the same lines. This is by Essie and it's called For the Twill of It. I've never swatched this before. I've never worn a full manicure with this, and I have no idea why. This is interesting. I think it's a green base with a lot of silver pigment and like a purpley shimmer. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's what I get from looking at my swatch. I only did 2 coats for this. I feel like you can kind of see through it a little bit, but I don't think you will be able to tell if you don't know that it's there, if that makes sense. Next we have a Zoya polish, which I'm actually starting to run out of Zoya polishes to wear. This is called Dream. This is a blue scattered holographic. Amazing formula, as with all the scattered holographics by Zoya. I only had to do 2 coats and it just looks so pretty. Looks like a bright night sky, if that makes sense. I really like this one. This next polish is kind of also a mustard yellow, at least I'm calling it that. This is by Enchanted polish and it's called Autumn Afternoon. This is a mustard yellow linear holographic. Now the holographic is not super strong in this one, and that's not just due to my lighting, it's actually not that strong, but it's still really pretty even though it's kind of subtle. I thought the formula was really good. Like, it felt thin, but it was still opaque. Well, thin in a good way, not in a bad way. I did 2 coats, I think I just said that, and even though I don't like yellow, I like this polish. This next one is by Dance Legend, and it's called Lazarus. This is one of my favorite polishes ever. This is a teal jelly base with silver shredded glitter, and it looks so stunning. It looks kind of like the deep sea, you know, like glass shards or like mirror, like a broken mirror in like deep water, if that makes sense. I just think this is so beautiful. The only downside is that because it is a jelly base, it does take 3 to 4 coats, which can be a lot. But I find myself wearing polishes like this for a longer period of time if I can. Like, if I put 4 coats into something, I'm gonna wear it for at least a week. Obviously right now that's kind of difficult because I do swatch so much, but if I wore this in like my free time, I guess, I'd probably be wearing this for a lot longer. Now, unfortunately, we do have a little bit of a letdown. Wow, I can't talk. This is by Cadillacquer and it's called 11. This was from the Stranger Things collection. I finally picked this up around Christmas last year, but I didn't like this polish at all, unfortunately. This is a kind of like a tealy blue base with magenta, cyan, and like lime glitters. This just didn't want to get opaque. The picture that you're seeing is 4 coats. It's not opaque. It's not even close. Well, I guess maybe, like, if I did 2 more coats, and I know that's like crazy because that's 6 coats, maybe it would have been, but like, I think you can already tell that my pinky and my ring finger are really thick, so I'm not sure I can really recommend this polish. This next one, however, is really pretty and it's one of my favorites. This is by Essence and it's called Midnight Sky. This is a deep dark purple with like a blue shimmer / glass fleck, possibly. It shines from within and it's so pretty, so I can definitely recommend this one. This is 2 coats just on its own. It's really dark and deep, and like I said, it has that glowy feature. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but I think that's the glitter / glass fleck talking. Not talking. I don't know. I can't talk today, but I just love this polish a lot. This next polish is actually kind of funny because I'm wearing that exact polish right now to do bottle shots. This is by A. England and it's called Dragon. This was a one coater. It is beautiful. It is luscious and green and holographic and it's really pretty. I'm a big fan of this polish. I can't see how you might need a second coat, depending on how new your bottle is, depending on what your application looks like. But for me, in the swatch picture, it was a one coater. There's a good chance that I'm actually wearing this polish while I'm showing you this exact bottle, so that's cool. And actually I think a lot of the polishes in this video, a lot of the bottle shots in this video are with me wearing these, because I'm catching up on all my bottle shots right now. So we only have 2 polishes left. This one is by Cirque, and it's called Tanzanite. This is a bright royal blue with just a ton of holographic stuff. It's mostly flakes, but a lot of them, or a lot of the pieces actually curl up a little bit. That's the one thing I don't like about this polish is, or actually I might be getting that confused, but I do think that there are some like bar glitters in here that are short and stubby, but they kind of layer on top of each other and they stick to each other, so they form, you know, some bumps. You can level that out with my quote-unquote trick. What I do is I wear peel-off base coat, put on the polish, and then wear gel top coat. So that's what I did. I did 3 coats here. This is so pretty. And then this last one is kind of just a palette cleanser. This is by Model Zone, and it's called Naked Glow. This is kind of similar to Skull and Glossbones, I'm realizing now. I actually think this is a little bit more saturated and a little bit more on the sand side. I did 2 to 3 coats here. I actually thought that this one had a better formula than Skull and Glossbones. I actually have to watch what I say, because if I say everything here, I won't have any material for the dupes video. But yeah, this was pretty good. The formula was good. 2 to 3 coats, again, my ring finger, but it's fine. And I can see this being a good base for nail art as well. I think I used this under a glitter topper? I think so. Anyway, this is a good polish. It's not my favorite color, but it is quality. So yeah guys, that is it. Make sure to leave a like and a comment and a thumbs up on this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, because that is where I post all my swatches and some additional tidbits in my story sometimes. Sometimes I rant, sometimes I rave, sometimes I just show pretty stuff. So, you know, follow me on there and, you know, comment on my pictures. I'm just kidding. I'm not shilling, I promise. It's just I like being on Instagram and kind of talking about polish with other people. So yeah, that was it. Make sure to do all those things that I said, and I'll see you in the next video.